This is FYI on your TV, brought to you by Hometown News. I'm Kathy Botham. I've got Christa Dales Donnelly back with me, one of the co-chairs of our Old Home Week for 2025. How's it going?
Thank you for having us again, and it's going really well, really well.
Only 3 months now.
Less than 3 months.
Yeah, wow.
You
and your committee have been working on this for how long?
By the time it gets here, it will be about 26 months that we have spent planning it from June of 23.
And it takes that much time.
It does take that much time, and we could have had more time. The previous one took 3 years to plan in 2000, but it's going to be here, and when it's here, we'll do the best we can and hope everybody joins us.
Wow, it sounds wonderful so far, too. Now, you've got 7 signature events for your committee, but you've got some community-led events coming up too, so we're going to talk about those today.
Which is fantastic. Yes, we have our events, which we've talked about before and are on our social media, and you can see everything in detail about them at oldhomeweek.com. And we wanted to highlight the community-led events, as you said, which are in addition to our events.
That's right, and we're talking from August 2nd to the 9th, so it's a whole week of lots of things. I mean, your 7 signature events, plus so many community-led events, and there's still time to get some in too if somebody has an idea. Yes,
I would say by the end of May, first week of June latest, to get the events in so we can get them into our programs and get them advertised. So yes, I would say if anyone else is interested, and we'd love to hear from people who have ideas, by the end of May would be best.
Okay, so let's run down the calendar of events here too. So August 2nd, what's that look like?
August 2nd, there will be the Kinsman and Rotary Reunion Dance, and I know you will have guests next week to tell you all about that. Through the week, the Station Theatre is hosting movies, and the movies are Welcome to Smiths Falls, which was produced in 1977 by the National Film Board, and it includes community events, politics, interviews with youth at the time. Very interesting film. You might also find yourself or a relative in it. There will also be a Canadiana series film called Death on the Rideau Canal about the area. And Still Standing, Smiths Falls by the CBC will also be shown. All of those together at different times over the week. So that's very exciting. I'm excited for everyone to see those.
Excellent. Don't you just love watching we used to call them old home movies, eh?
And it's really good. And the NFB, the National Film Board, digitized it early for us to have it.
Excellent. So August 3rd.
August 3rd, the Recreation Hall of Fame induction ceremony will occur that day, and the inductees have yet to be announced. That will be very soon. The Municipal Heritage Committee will have very interesting heritage walks, and we encourage local people as well as visitors and newcomers to attend because it's very interesting information about our town, and it's hosted a few times over the week.
Good. August 4th.
August 4th will be the Soapbox Derby. Which we're very excited about, and we will have the information out very shortly in terms of people wanting to register and come to town. It's a very big deal in other communities and across the province, so we'll get that out there soon, and that's hosted by our Community Services Department.
Excellent. We remember the Soapbox Derby.
So fun.
We had so much fun. Yes, absolutely. They usually start up at where Shoppers Drug Mart is and go down.
I assume it will probably be around the same. It will be on Beckwith Street, but that's not, I don't have any say in that.
Oh, okay. Looking forward to that. Yes, absolutely. So that was August 4th?
That's August 4th.
Okay, August 5th.
August 5th, Smiths Falls Council will host a barbecue during their regular meeting time. And Community Services, again, will host a dodgeball tournament.
Excellent. And August 6th?
August 6th, there will be a one-day pickleball tournament brought to us by our local pickleball club, with many teams coming from far and wide. And this sport is huge in the Ottawa area and the Valley. I have yet to try it, but I hope to do that. Maybe I'll do it that week.
I've been to a few of our pickleball tournaments here in Smiths Falls, and it really draws the crowds in from all over the area too.
It really does. So I assume they'll have a large registration.
Absolutely.
August, and that's where we
August 6th. August 6th. Yeah.
There will also be a euchre tournament at the Legion hosted by the Smiths Falls Hospital Auxiliary. Community Home Support Lanark County will host a barbecue and cornhole tournament in Victoria Park. Alicia Morrison is hosting a youth talent show with the Station Theatre, and I believe they're still looking for young talent entries. And Drummond North Elmsley Township has kindly donated to have a free drive-in night with treats and drinks available to a limited number of cars.
Nice.
So that's really nice that they've jumped in as a neighbor.
Wonderful, wonderful too. So August 7th.
August 7th, again hosted by Community Services, there will be a Highland Corbett Park picnic, as well as our events that day, which is the Knight's Shirt Parade in the Park Fest.
All right, August 8th.
August 8th, St. Francis de Sales, Knights of Columbus and Catholic Women's League are hosting a barbecue and bake sale at their parking lot on Elmsley Street. Smiths Falls Pride is hosting a Pride Homecoming Gala event at the Smiths Falls Squash and Curling Club. Heritage House is hosting a Summer Ghost Walk on that evening, and that's the 8th.
And that's the 8th. And then the 9th.
And the 9th, the local Women's Ball Hockey Club is hosting a one-day tournament, which will have many teams registering, coming to town. Big Brothers Big Sisters is having a reunion. Fun Run will be hosted by Community Services Department. Downtown Smiths Falls Business Association will have their summer social on August 9th, and this is always a success, so we look forward to lots of people attending that at Main Street West. They will also host their bike night that week. I believe it's the Wednesday evening, which will be on Beckwith Street. And some of their music series occurs that week, so we're very grateful for their collaboration.
Wow.
And by the time I finish this interview, more events will be added.
Absolutely, absolutely. We hope so. So how do people get a hold of you if they have an event they want to add to this?
OldHomeWeek.com, there will be an events page there which will give you the events plus an opportunity to register your own event and let us know what you're doing, and then we can consult in terms of what you need to do or how you need to communicate with the town about using resources, or whether there are other things that are on that night that might be at the same time, just to discuss and just let everybody know that we will promote their event as best we can.
Excellent, excellent. So that was the 9th. That's the finale.
That's the
wrap-up
night.
day, eh?
That's right. And we still need volunteers, and they're encouraged to go to oldhomeweek.com as well to our volunteer form. We currently have about 70 registered.
Excellent.
That are helping us now and the week of. But again, the more the merrier. So details at oldhomeweek.com if you want to join us.
Excellent, excellent. And I have to mention the conversation we had before we started taping too, with Corey involved too. Corey's on our accessibility committee. You and your committee are going to the accessibility committee, because you're making a lot of our events accessible, and I mean, even part of the parade, you want to make it sensory friendly. I think that's wonderful.
We do. We've talked to some of the venues that we've used about how, and they've given us some ideas around how we can improve accessibility. Certainly we're trying to provide something in the parade that will have the bands maybe not play during a certain part for people and have that identified. We're working with the committee so that we can do the best we can to make it accessible for everyone, whether it's physical disability or whether it's sensory or whether it's we need sign language support, whatever it is we can do to support all of our community. We've really tried to make everything for everyone that the Old Home Week Committee has done.
That's amazing. That's amazing. We have time to go through your signature events real quick if you want to.
Oh, I
you
would
probably
love
have
to.
those memorized, do you? Okay.
I do have those memorized. So on August 2nd is the main parade, the opening parade, and that's usually the biggest event of the week, the most people that come. We will have Beckwith Street closed for 2 hours in advance for pre-parade events and entertainment down on Beckwith Street. And the parade will run from the arenas to Lower Reach Park, and post-parade there will also be entertainment in Lower Reach Park. So plan for the day, bring your umbrella for sun and rain, and chair to sit in the park and enjoy the activities afterwards. On the 3rd is our Wellness Fest in Lower Reach Park, and that's sports demonstrations, dance demonstrations, Tai Chi, Qigong, basketball.
You have a 40-foot giant inflatable colon is going to be there.
We will have at the Smiths Falls Squash and Curling Club a 40-foot colon brought by Colorectal Cancer Canada as an education piece, and the period pain simulator from Some Days, which will be huge pieces to draw the community in for education purposes. And then the Toy TLC will also be at the Curling Club, and that will be where kids can bring their stuffies and their dolls and their action figures to have a health checkup by a health professional. So all generations will hopefully go through the Curling Club for a piece of education and something interesting. And then that's the 3rd, so that is also the night of the drone show, which will be an evening from 8 to 10 p.m. with music, blaring over Lower Reach Park as we gather, and then the drone show will happen at the precise moment depending on the sky at the time with the company. And that's a 10-minute show designed with drones, creating images in the sky, designed by our committee, and we will have narration over the images by local people.
Wow.
So it's going to be very, very exciting, and it will be one of a kind.
I look forward to that one, that's for sure.
I'm really excited about that one too.
Yeah.
August 4th is the Float Fest, so we will all bring our personal floaties, enter the Rideau Canal under the Beckwith Street Bridge outside of Combined Locks, and float and paddle down to Lower Reach, where we will have DJ, music, food vendors, and displays throughout the park. And that will be noon to 5-ish, I believe.
Nice.
So that's the 4th. Where are we? The 5th.
Yeah.
We don't have any signature events on the 5th or the 6th. And then on the 7th is the Nightshirt Parade and Park Fest. So we will all gather as a community at the arena, dressed in our best PJs, and walk through town and end up at Centennial Park for music, magician, food and fun, and then the evening will end with the Movies Under the Stars, as it does on Thursdays in the summer, hosted by Heritage House Museum.
Excellent.
So that's very exciting as well. And where am I?
We're the 8th.
The 8th is the Riverbank Music Fest, which we're very excited about, along Riverdale Avenue. It is highlighting our victory homes that were built after the Second World War. And there will be musicians facing the green space, playing music all along there, and there will be food vendors and children's activities, and a place for us to sit and gather for the day, 1 to 6 p.m., and enjoy music in the park, in a different part of the park.
Nice. And then on the 9th?
On the 9th is our farewell concert, which will be approximately 3 to 9 p.m. In Lower Reach Park. We have a professional stage, and we have local people playing, and our headliners will be a Taylor Swift tribute band called Taylor Story, and a Morgan Wallen tribute band called Whiskey Glasses that will play over the park, and there will be food and fun and a place for us to gather and say goodbye for another 25 years.
Excellent. And that'll come up soon enough, as it is.
It
when
will.
we think of our last Old Home Week too, right? It doesn't seem like that long ago.
It's unbelievable how quickly it goes.
And we were saying too that this is going to be the first Old Home Week for so many people. But, you know, hopefully in the next 25, 50 years, they're going to be planning it, you know. They'll be the ones planning it.
Yes, we've often joked that my co-chair, Shelley, and I will be in a chair at the next one, in a car and somewhere doing this. But
that's right.
I think I said that about the last one, and here I am.
Yeah, here you are. That's right. That's right. That's right. Well, we're glad you are, too. So thank you very much for coming here today and telling us more about Old Home Week.